Retro right here coming at you with the Epic Weekend Part 2. In this video I'm going to show you all the amazing stuff that I got today. Before I jump into that, I'm going to show you an eBay purchase that I made a couple weeks ago, but I just forgot to mention it. It's the box only for Mega Man 7. It's in pretty good condition. The reason why I forgot to mention it was it's in my drawer that's not on the shelf because I'm missing the game in the manual. If anybody's got that, want to trade, message down below. This week's question, simple one. What is the last game that you had trouble tracking down, whether it be a really rare and expensive game or just a uncommon game that's hard to come by? Mine was Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I was able to track it down. I've been searching on GameStop's locator because I was willing to pay the GameStop price because I have GameStop credit for it. Track it down, call the store, CD only, or it's sold, blah 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 blah. I happened to call another GameStop because I was headed into an area that I don't even go to at all. It's about like 60-70 miles from my house. They had a copy just traded in excellent condition with the case of manual as you saw. So while I was in the area, I picked that up. Alright, so in the comments down below, let me know what you had trouble tracking down or still having trouble tracking down. As always, give me the thumbs up and like my video. We're going to jump into this weekend. I'm going to try to go in order. It was really retarded. Me and my wife, usually my wife doesn't go garage selling in the very early part. Usually I'll swing back around to the house to grab her like around 8 o'clock when she's up. But she was up, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go at like 6:30. So we go to the first sale at 7, come up empty-handed. Go to the second sale at 7, like 7:05, empty-handed. Around 7:30 or so, she's saying that we need to find a sale that has, pretzels and like lemonade and all that good stuff. So I give her the thing. I said, pick out the sale that you want to go to. If not, we'll stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get you a bagel. So we are headed to another sale, and lo and behold, a sale that's not listed has a nice amount of stuff. So I pull up to the sale, I get out of the car, wait for the wife to cross the street, and we start heading over, and I notice the guy is still carrying stuff out, and the other family's already set up. First thing I notice is this full with Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and the system. Next thing to the left is a bunch of GameCube and PS2 games. So I asked the guy how much was the games, and he said the Game Boy games are $1 a piece, and the GameCube and PS2 games were $4 a piece. So I asked him how much for all the Game Boy stuff, and he said, give me $20 for the lot. And then I said, well, how much would you do for all the PS2 stuff and GameCube stuff? And he said, I'll knock it down to $3, which would have been $80 for both the Game Boy stuff and the PS2 stuff. I offered him $60, he came back at $70. First, we're going to show you the GameCube and PS2. Mario Party 7 complete, Way of the Warrior, Resident Evil 4 complete, Dropship United Peace Force, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with the map, Time Splitters, Mega Man X Command Mission for the GameCube, Yakuza. Some of these games aren't worth like the $4 or $5, but I figured I'm not going to leave them with a few games. I'm going to take everything at that price. Custom Robo, Ribbit King, Dot Hack Infestation, missing the anime disc, Resident Evil 0, Suikoden 4, Suikoden Tactics, Grimoire. Very happy to see this one. Drakengard 2, needed that for my collection. Soul Nomad, Devil May Cry 3. It's not the one with the bonus disc. The Suffering ties that bind. I'm sorry. Star Ocean till the end of time. So those were all the GameCube and PS2 games. As you can see, it was all quality right there. And then I didn't even look at the Game Boy games. The only ones I knew that were in here was because they were face up was Mega Man Extreme and Monster Rancher Explorer. I saved the rest of it for the end of the day when I got home. Also came with Game Boy Color, battery cover, Castlevania Adventure, Contra, the Alien Wars, bad copy of Tiny Toons, Battle Bowl, Hype Load Runner, Gex 3, Championship Motocross, RoboCop, Star Wars, Miss Pac-Man, Power Mission, Volleyball, Paperboy, Final Fantasy Adventure, Super Mario 2, Worms Armageddon, Test Drive, Heroes of Might and Magic, Warlock, Monster Rancher, Battle Card, Killer Instinct, Yoshi. Just keeps going. Another copy of Mega Man Extreme, Bomberman Max Blue Championship, Earthworm Jim, Rad Mission, Dragon Warrior Monster 2, Looney Tunes Alert, Pokemon Pinball, which I needed the little door cover, Batman, Gotham, Crystals, Sword of Hope, and Road Rash. So that was a stupid deal for $60, and if I wasn't able to come up with the PS2 and GameCube stuff because he was, saying like 10 or $15, those were a really good deal for the 20 alone. Walk to the other family, and I can't leave this for $1. And guys, in the comments down below, can you leave this stuff for $1? It is a Sears Team Basketball old electronic with the strategy guide. Well, not strategy guide, instruction manuals for $1. I mean, it has the battery cover. There's no corrosion. It's super clean. I tested it. It works. Can you leave these for $1? I don't think I can, so I'm always going to pick them up. Next sale we go to that's supposed to have refreshments, but only had water in the case, not even cold. Had Diddy Kong Racing DS. Very excited to see this. I really wanted it. Priced at $5. Got it for $4. 100% complete. Next sale I go to has 3 DS games for $1 a piece. Fossil Fighters complete. Little League World Series 2008 complete. And Scribblenauts for they were all $1 a piece. Next sale, lady said she had over 80 Super Nintendo games and 100-something Atari games, which wasn't parting. But her one son had 2 Super Nintendo games that were his. We'll see if she's interested. If he's interested in selling, wind up getting Mario All Stars for $5. Go to another sale. I got 2 PS3 games for $5 a piece. One was Madden 25, which I gave to my nephew, and the other one is Grand Theft Auto 4, the episodes Liberty City Story, the complete edition. It is complete with everything. So $5 a piece. That wasn't a bad deal. Next sale, I got 3 PS1 games for $1 a piece. Hot Shots Golf 2 and Tony Hawk 1 and 2. I needed all 3 of these. My buddy Billy is going to get this because he's a big Tony Hawk fan. I really only remember really enjoying Tony Hawk 2. Next sale I saw family. Actually, it was 2 families with a bunch of kids, and they were like in the right age, between 10 and 13. I picked up Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Chamber for the DS for the Blu-ray. It's the movie for $1. Asked if they had any video game stuff, and the dad said we never thought about selling any of that stuff. Asked the one son. The son bolts inside the house, comes outside with a fairly decent stack of games. None of the games were of anything of major wow, but there was a couple games that I was willing to get for myself. So I made a stack of these 3 games that I wanted for myself. Asked the dad how much, and then he said $1 a piece. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grab them all. Wii Fit Plus factory sealed. The reason why I got this is it gives you 100 Nintendo points, and I'm pretty sure someone can use Wii Fit Plus. Epic Mickey 2, complete for the 360, and Lego Batman 2. I would have been fine paying $2-3 a piece for these, but since he said $1 a piece, here's the rest that I got. Lego Harry Potter, Year 1 through 4, Lego Batman, the first one, Club Penguin, Game Day, Build and Race, Kids Pop Dance, Kung Fu Panda. They're all complete except for Kung Fu Panda was missing a manual. And Kart Racer. So I paid $1 a piece. While I'm about to pay, the wife yells at the husband for telling me that they're $1 a piece because that's way too cheap. However, they let it fly, and I give them the $10. My wife wound up buying a couple kids' books from them as well. Go to the next. We're headed to the next and final little part of town to go to the rest of the sales. There's only 2 more sales left on our list, and we stumble upon a community sale. Ask one family if they have stuff. They say no. They go, but across the street dead. Go across the street, all the stuff is gone, and the kid had a GameCube with all the Marios and all the Star Wars for the Xbox with the Halo Edition Xbox. He let it go pretty cheap, but normally that stuff would make me mad, but it was so late in the day. I already had a really great day, and I was like, you know what? This wouldn't have been on my list of houses to go to, so who cares? Good for that person. The person I asked in the beginning waved me over and says he's got stuff. I'm going to show real quick because it's not really good at all. It's 2 PlayStation 2s, 3 official PlayStation. I'm sorry, 2 PlayStation 2s, 2 PlayStation 1s with 3 official controllers, 3 generic controllers, and all the cables. And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the Xbox, 100% complete in mint condition. He asked me what I was willing to offer. I said, well, without any games, I really don't have any uses for the systems. However, I'll give you $5 for San Andreas and the 3 controllers, and I'll leave you with the other controllers and all the hookups. And he goes, why don't you take everything for $5 instead? So I took everything for $5, left my phone number because if in case it comes across to see PlayStation games, he'll give me a call. Then we go to another sale in the community and stumble upon the Italian Job for $2, factory sealed. Crash Team Racing for $2, and an original Game Boy which has some crayon and stuff. It works with no lines missing for $2 as well, so that was another really good find. Now we head to the 2 final sales that we were supposed to go to. The one I got a complete in box Red Racer Radio Shack remote control car. Unfortunately, this remote control car is not really remote control. There's only a button just for go. There's no directional or anything, so that's kind of stupid. I bought it just to torture my cats and it didn't work out. But it does work completely. So we head to the last sale, turned up empty-handed, and then I said, babe, let me see the paper one more time. And I pick a sale that I wouldn't have gone to just because I thought it was the same guy that has a sale every other week in the same little area, and I'm like, we're only going to drive just to go to this guy, but since we're hungry and we want to go freestyling for a new food place, we went to the sale anyway. I'm so glad I did. I don't know how this was still there. I don't understand it. I am not complaining. This was right around 12 o'clock. I get there and it's not the sale. I get out of the car. Wife stays in the car because it's literally barns full of knickknacks and old rusty tools and things of that nature. So I asked the person that's running the sale if they had any video game stuff. The son, who's probably in his mid-30s, goes, I have a Nintendo with games, but my buddy was here earlier. His friend owns a store, and his friend said that the games alone are worth between $150 and $200 just because of the condition that they were in. So he goes inside, and he said that he would want more for the Nintendo if I wanted the system as well. So he goes inside, and he takes out a Nintendo with 3 loose games and 2 box games. The loose games were Maniac Mansion, WCW Wrestling, Major League Baseball. And the 2 box games, which I got immediately excited as soon as I saw it, was Lolo 3, which is 100% complete. However, it has really bad label damage, which I'm going to glue the label down. It'll still have label damage, but still, it's complete. And Lolo 2, which I needed both of those for my collection. Very happy to see these, and they're fairly expensive. Lolo 3 is $90, and Lolo 2 is $50. So I'm like, all right, I guess I could see the $150 to $200. I guess. And then he goes, hold on, let me go get the rest. I'm like, oh, there's more. So then he comes out with a box. Inside the box was the Ultimate Ultimate Unauthorized Nintendo Game Strategies, How to Win at Nintendo, various manuals and cleaning kit. It also came out with a Genesis and a few games, but here's the Nintendo games that he came out with. Mario 2 Complete in Box, Mario 3 Complete in Box, Damaged Box, Rampage Complete in Box. Now keep in mind these boxes range from 5 to 7. There was no mint boxes except for, I think, Lolo 3 was the best, and another one I'll mention later, Donkey Kong Classic Complete, Dr. Mario. These are all complete with the exception of, actually, I'm just going to get it out of the way. Bubble Bobble was not complete, it was missing the manual, and Solstice was not complete, it was missing the manual. Rad Racer, I mean, the box is chewed up pretty bad. Adventure Island, again, the box is not good by any means. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Double Dragon 2. Pac-Mania. Raid of Bungalow Bay. DuckTales, which I was very happy to see because I need that for my collection. Bomberman, same thing. Marble Madness, same thing. I needed those for my collection. Mega Man 3 was the other box that was mint. This is my box, and it has a little damage right there. This also didn't have the manual, but I had an extra manual that was destroyed, so it's technically complete. Pinball, Turtles, Legacy of the Wizard, Rambo with a destroyed box, Milan's Secret Castle, and Dragon Warrior. So what happened was I got the whole story from the guy. The friend called the video game store guy and said, my buddy's got 25 complete in box Nintendo games. What is a fair value for that stuff? And the guy said, depending on the titles, because the guy didn't see the titles, would probably be a safe number that he'd pay around $150 to $200 for the stuff. So I'm looking at everything and I'm like, if the guy would have sold the titles, he would have bought it instantly for the $200. I asked the guy how much. He said $150 for the games, $50 for the system. I left him a Mario Duck Hunt with the zapper and all the controllers and everything and said, keep that, you'll have a better chance at selling that with that for the extra $50. And he said $150 for the games. I would have bought the system for the extra $50 even though it wasn't worth it, but I only had $160 on me. There was a couple Genesis games I wanted, like my buddy wanted Streets of Rage 2 and X-Men. The guy wanted $10 a piece for those, which is not terrible, but I didn't have the money. I left my phone number because he said there was another box with more games. Hopefully he calls me. I don't know. So, what is the most epic garage sale find that you had that you were most stoked for? Put that also in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.